Hey, how is it going? I'm checking in today a little earlier than normal, but I'm at the Toastmasters conference, the District 91 conference. This is the stage that I really wanted to be speaking on this year, having been to the conference last May and seen the final of the Toastmasters speaking contest, which is actually part of the World Championship, the international speech contest. You start at club level, you then go to area level, you go to division level, and then this is the district level, which is as high as you can get before then moving on to competing on the world stage in America. Now, if you followed any of these videos over the weeks and months, then a few weeks ago I was unable to progress any further forwards because I didn't win at the division contest. In fact, I didn't place in the first three, which means I either came very completely last or second to last because one person was disqualified for being over time, and I know that it wasn't me because I was very much under time. So I didn't do very well there, even though it was a very highly contested field. I didn't perform at my potential, which I was very frustrated about, but I learned a lot from the process, which I've also recorded in some of these videos. Now the contest itself is actually this afternoon, so I'm looking forward to that. But this morning they had the 2017 World Champion of Public Speaking, a chap called Manoj, and he gave a 45-minute keynote this morning on leadership, which is his subject matter expertise. That's what he does. He's a consultant, he's a coach, he's got whole training programs, and I've seen his TED Talk, I've seen his YouTube speech from the final from the World Champs a couple of years ago, and that was very good. That was a 7-minute speech, but this was a 45-minute keynote and a real masterclass in audience engagement and interaction and humor, and just a really well put together speech. I mean, clearly many of the parts that he actually teaches, as I said, he's a leadership coach. This was about leadership by design, and he made some really good obviously some very good points, but actually there were some really good takeaways that I was able to draw out from the session, both implicitly and explicitly. Explicitly, some ways to kind of lead, some things to actually do, but implicitly as well, just by the way he developed the speech and the structure, and he took things from his framework and his models, plural. And that was kind of one of the big things that came out of that session for me today. It was just, again, ramping up this importance of having a framework, a more clearly defined framework. This is something that also came up from my day-long coaching session, sort of co-coaching session with Heather a couple of days ago as well. Just need to have this structure so I feel absolutely centered and confident with not just my message, but how my individual sub-messages fit in within the overall structure, and how there's this one big push and easy to understand way of delivering that I can then take out of and take keynotes from here, and I can put workshops together there and seminars and trainings and programs and short talks and long talks and all the rest of it, but it all comes from this framework. I could clearly see from what Manoj put together today that that's where he'd taken that information from, that delivery, and then he obviously bespoked it for the audience today. He's obviously a Toastmaster himself. He wouldn't have been paid for speaking at the conference today, but I know he is a very well paid and very sought after speaker internationally. And I'm not saying that that's where I want to get to. I don't want to be doing things in exactly the same way that he's doing things, but I do see where he is, and I see what he's doing and the way he's put things together. I know that that's not a unique way, but I also see that there's things that he is doing with the structure of his business that there's no reason why I couldn't also be doing that. And these are things I've known about for a while, like getting different branding, getting this framework in place, which it's all there. I just got to get it written down. I've got to kind of own it and say, look, this is my set of beliefs in an easy to follow format that I can then teach off of. So I'm already doing it, but I don't have the clear and conciseness of the model and framework that people like Manoj and obviously many other speakers that I've been following and I've been watching over the years also have. So a real wake-up call today, and I know I said yesterday in the video that I need to kind of level up, pull my finger out, and actually start taking positive actions. And this feels like it's something that actually there are some specific actions that I can take off the back of this to actually start creating this framework that will help me not just with my speaking but with everything. So I got this idea as to how my coaching fits in, how my online programs fit in, how my online communities fit in with all of this. So yeah, only halfway through the conference today and already really, really valuable. Very glad that I came. I feel like I could go home now and have really got a lot out of it just from really, that's the one thing we did. We had a fairly long, tedious council meeting that's just a part of being, I'm a vice president in education, so I had to go to that. But this afternoon is when there's a couple of really good workshops as well, not just the speech contest later on at 4 o'clock, but actually there's 2 really good workshops. One, using more humor, kind of taking some of the leads from stand-up comedy. That's one of the 45-minute workshops I'm going to go along to. And another one which is a lot more about the structure of presentations as well, by another guy who I've got a lot of respect for and I've followed some of his work over the years. Went to one of his workshops last year too. So yeah, valuable day. Lots of stuff that I'm kind of taking away already, and I'm expectant that there'll be a lot more to come as well. So I won't do another check-in now. I'll do a check-in tomorrow at some point with any thoughts that come off the back of today. And also, obviously, my drives have been also very useful so far. The one drive here, 2 hours, and I'll have another 2-hour drive back to allow my brain to process some of the things that I've experienced today. So I will check back in again tomorrow with another update, but feeling motivated, feeling kind of amped up with more enthusiasm than ever for driving us forwards and making my goals and my dreams become a reality in the next near future. So I will check back again tomorrow. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check back again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.